The wind rushed in my face as I hurtled along the track. It was fantastic to be on my own at last. There was no one here to laugh at me, no one to let down but myself. The trees were an emerald haze as they flashed past, and I headed deeper and deeper into the forest, leaving the place of skulls far behind. The sun was falling behind the trees, the low light filtering through the pine needles, dusky and gray. The narrow dirt path that snaked up through the wilderness looked like it had been trampled for hundreds of years. Ancient tree roots broke its surface like the arching backs of sea monsters, and sharp rocks protruded here and there, but the ATV passed over all of it, bumping and sliding. I kept low, avoiding the branches that reached out across the path, and felt myself smiling as I rode on, the sound of the engine filling my ears, the ceremonial bow tight across my back. It really was so much larger than my own, but Dad had made me carry his when we had hunted together, so I didn't feel too strange to have it. I had decided to head straight around and up the mountain toward the secret hunting ground Dad had told me about. From the look of the map, it was at least an hour and a half's drive from the place of skulls, followed by a half-hour trek on foot, but I reckoned I should be able to get there just before dark. Once I was there, I would build a fire and camp under the wind, just below the place marked on the map. I had only one night and one day to hunt and bring my trophy out of the forest, so in the morning I would head out and try to find a buck. I didn't dare think about what I would do if there was nothing there. Glancing at my watch, I was surprised to see I had already been driving for almost an hour, so I must have traveled 10 or 15 miles without even realizing it. I was making good time. As I sped along the path, bumping up and down on the tree roots and rocks, I thought about what it would feel like to fire the arrow that would kill the buck. I imagined skinning it, taking its head, and driving out of the forest with it strapped to my back, antlers spread wide above my shoulders. Hamara wouldn't look down on me then. He wouldn't be able to give me that pitying glance that said he knew I wasn't good enough. And best of all, Dad would be proud. I knew that, deep down, he didn't think I was going to impress him, but he would be so pleased to see me bring out a trophy every bit as impressive as the one the forest had offered him. Thinking about that reminded me of the photo I had taken from the board in the hunting lodge, so I slowed down and fumbled in my pocket to get it out. I rode with just one hand, holding the photo with the other, and glanced down at it. Dad with the bear's head on his back. He looked fierce in the picture. His face was streaked with dirt and blood. His mouth was tight, and he was staring right at the camera, as if daring anyone to challenge him. I bet they didn't laugh at Dad when he stood up there on that platform the day before his 13th birthday. I narrowed my eyes and clamped my teeth together, trying to imitate the look. That's when a tree branch whipped across my face. It was thin and stung like mad, making me turn my head in one direction while the ATV went in the other. The vehicle skidded off the track, wheels spinning on fallen pine needles, and slipped sideways down a shallow ravine. The engine revved hard as I tried to stay on, dirt and loose stones spraying about me. Then the ATV tipped completely, throwing me off. I was airborne for a split second before landing on my side with a sharp jolt that clattered my teeth, making me bite my tongue. I skidded and rolled 15 or 20 feet down the ravine, bumping on tree stumps and rocks and roots as I went. When I finally reached the bottom and stopped with a thump in the undergrowth, I opened my eyes to see the ATV on its side, sliding down the dirt bank toward me. The bungee cords on the back had come loose, and all my gear was spread across the forest floor. But that was the